The week. My good friend Pedro is here.
What's up?
How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody enjoyed their 4th of July weekend.
Ate some nice barbecue, saw some awesome fireworks, had the, American holiday
Yeah.
as we speak.
KJ was out about Lake Eola in the Old Town. Seeing a lovely 4th of July fireworks by the lake. Today our discussion will be about Spider-Man in general, Spider-Man on the PS4, you saw from E3, Spider-Man Homecoming movie, and probably what we'd like to see in near future Spider-Man development movies. So what did you want to start off with, Pedro?
Let's start with, PS4 Spider-Man, since we're already playing on PS4, so might as well, start talk about that.
Okay.
So what we know so far with Spider-Man PS4 is that it's going to be exclusive to Sony, so it's not going to come to Xbox or any other platform, and that it's going to be developed by Insomniac, which is a really great development studio. They do the
They made Ratchet and Clank?
Yes, they made Ratchet and Clank, and they also made Sunset Overdrive for the Xbox.
Sunset Overdrive, you gotta love Tony Hawk with the gun,
Basically, or Jet to Radio for my old Sega fans over there.
True that.
And yes, everything looks so good from the trailer. Awesome suit, and we don't know if it's gonna be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or is it just gonna be like its own separate thing. So we don't really know much about it.
True. I do understand that Marvel and Sony made a great deal. I mean, not just for the video game, but when they had this whole partnership saying, okay, well, Spider-Man going to be part of MCU, but it looks like that deal was all about Spider-Man being part of PS4, Sony.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's exclusive to Sony at this point. And that's pretty awesome because it's like, Xbox have its own exclusive, and now Sony's starting to get a few more games. I mean, we had like Street Fighter and Tekken, but now they're picking up other games like an actual superhero game that's going to be exclusive. So that my question is will Xbox do something similar to that? Like, oh, we're going to get an exclusive DC, just to bring up more competition between those two companies.
Well, my thoughts on being exclusive to PS4, that also has to do with a lot of the Marvel, because Marvel decided, you know what, we're not gonna go out and just give our license to just random ass developers and make crappy Spider-Man games, which they've been doing for the past couple of years. Because back in early to mid 2000s, the Spider-Man license games were actually really good.
Yeah, that's true.
The movie one, Spider-Man 1 and 2, mm-hmm. 2 being the highlight. Edge of what's it called?
Edge of Spiders or Shattered Dimension?
Yeah, Shattered Dimension.
Those games were pretty good.
So they had actually really good or decent games, but as the times went on with Activision, it just kind of went down in quality. And Marvel was like, you know what? We're not gonna license that. We're gonna have our own studios, and we're gonna lend out our games to talented people that can make really good, solid games based on our license. So Spider-Man seems to be the first one. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you know this, but Marvel did a deal with Telltale Games.
Telltale Games.
So people that made Walking Dead, all the Game of Thrones, Back to the Future,
right.
Wolf Among Us, all these episodic story games, mm-hmm. just with Marvel license. So we don't know yet what that game will be.
Oh, okay.
Will be interesting. Maybe it can be licensed to Xbox. Hey. You have one, and then you have one, something like that.
That would be pretty cool. I would think, alright, we got Spider-Man pretty popular out there this time. It's funny to see a brand new Spider-Man game, because, what was the last one?
Amazing Spider-Man 2, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that.
I forgot that game actually existed.
It wasn't that bad. It was just okay.
It was okay, I guess,
okay.
But yeah.
But
Spider-Man 2. Honestly.
But I feel it's they just lost the sense of fun for the Spider-Man games, because Spider-Man games were fun. I remember my first Spider-Man game was the one for the PS1. I think it was just called Spider-Man at that time. And yeah, the graphics aren't great, but it was fun to be Peter Parker and fight a lot of the characters that villains that Spider-Man has. Because I think besides Batman, Spider-Man has really iconic villains.
Okay, I'll believe that most people agree with this, but Spider-Man cannot be at its best without great villains.
Hmm.
I mean, they have great characters in that whole series, from the comic books, the video games. I mean, the movies were pretty decent. I mean, Spider-Man 3 was just...
Yeah.
It was a joke. Amazing Spider-Man 2, some people like it, some people didn't, but I didn't like Amazing Spider-Man 2. But back at like the whole Spider-Man characters itself, like without those characters, Spider-Man would not be what it is. Because think about it, Venom, Maximum Carnage, Doc Ock, they have a lot of great background story to themselves too. I mean, you can't think of Spider-Man just being Spider-Man. He, fought some few villains here, but they had great storylines.
Yeah, like Spider-Man has gone through a lot of different phases from its inception back in 64, I believe. And like it has, such a large cast of villains. We got the Green Goblin, you got Doctor Octopus, you got who else I can think of, Scorpion, Rhino, and like some of them are really cartoony, because they were made in the '60s. But like like you mentioned, Venom and Carnage, like they were made, to defy Spider-Man and be kind of like his like arch nemesis and clone, and like see what will happen if Spider-Man took the wrong path.
I was talking about Spider-Man
Clone Saga. I did not mean to bring that up, but yeah, that did happen. That was part of what we grew up reading and watching, and reading the comics and watching the cartoons.
Exactly. Was it like mid-90s they came out with the Spider-Clone series. After they done the Venom series, they're like, okay, what we're gonna do next? But it's pretty cool that Spider-Man is finally coming back to the video game consoles. I mean, like I said, I don't count Amazing Spider-Man 2 as a great Spider-Man game to remember. Mm-hmm. I think Shattered Dimensions was pretty one of the best ones out there.
Yeah.
I would say, when we saw those from E3, Spider-Man PS4, it was pretty cool.
I was beyond excited because I was not expecting it, because for a long time we didn't really get a Spider-Man game that was not like licensed or based on like a movie or something.
Yeah, that's another thing, because this Spider-Man game that's coming out for PS4, we don't know if it's gonna be close to the movie. We don't know if it's gonna be its own story. Think about it. I mean, there's rumors that its villain could be Mr. Negative Man.
Yeah, like if you like go ahead and stop like second by second, you can see like some of
the mask.
I have some kind of mask. I'm not familiar with it for that because that was a very recent villain.
Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, I'm surprised we didn't see any Doc Ock, Venom, Kraven the Hunter,
Ooh.
Vulture. You didn't see anybody you would consider from the Sinister Six, or even villains that from the comic books is so famous for the last 20, 30, 40 years. I was shocked they didn't even show at least, Doc Ock. Or the Vulture, because, I mean, what's going to be in Spider-Man Homecoming? Who's one of the main villains?
Vulture, it seems. And, we can jump right into the next topic right ahead.
Yeah, that's pretty much will be our next topic. Spider-Man Homecoming. I mean, Birdman, Michael Keaton, is going to be Vulture.
I mean, I think that's fucking amazing that he can be Batman, he can be Birdman, and he can be the Vulture. Like that is amazing. Like not many people can be multiple characters in like comic book movies, and he can be one of them that can be multiple ones.
I'm happy that Michael Keaton is in this movie because it shows that Michael Keaton still have it. He still have that acting skills to be in a comic book movie. Just not just some like random, serious, non-sci-fi, comic book movie, but it's Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, the original Batman. You grew up watching Tim Burton's Batman. You're gonna be like, yo, it is amazing. We got Batman in Spider-Man, but he's gonna be the Vulture.
I know it's just I was really surprised with the casting because I was not expecting Marvel to take that approach, but you know something I always love to preach is like Marvel knows what they're doing with their casting, which yes you can notice by the reports. It's like they have a very diverse cast, not only of just actors but just very different ethnicities and cultures, and that for me being a Hispanic is just amazing to me to see diversity in movies like these.
Yeah, Danny Glover is gonna be in this movie. People are thinking he's gonna be Miles Morales. I'm gonna tell you right now, he's not gonna be Miles Morales. I don't.
Yeah, I don't think so. He's a little too old at this point compared to Peter.
I mean, when you looked at Avengers, and then you see all those characters from the first two movies.
Mm-hmm.
You got Iron Man, Captain America, but then when we saw Captain America: Civil War 3, they show Robert Downey Jr. pretty young.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a really amazing CGI moment, by the way. Wow, I was surprised to see how they were able to pull that off.
Yeah, I mean that was Robert Downey Jr. from what, the 80s?
Yeah.
Or early 90s?
Yeah, back in his prime.
Yeah, I mean, nothing against Robert Downey Jr., but did not expect you to be young Robert Downey Jr. all of a sudden to act in today's movies. But hey, it's CGI, all that great technology out there.
I mean,
so can we
Donald Glover's not that old. He's only probably 30 or something at this point.
Hey man, you've been listening to Charles Gambino for a while, for sure. His alternate ego, music artist, but he's trying to move away from all that. He's trying to get more serious in acting. Mm-hmm. I mean, he was from that one awesome comedy show,
The Community.
The Community. I love The Community, and Danny Glover in Community was the greatest transition in his career besides being a music artist.
Yeah, for me, that was surprising for me because I met him first as as the actor Donald Glover, and then he actually is a rapper named Charles Gambino.
I mean,
I was he has range, I guess.
I mean, he already has some other shows out there. He has on Netflix. Weirdo. So you gotta expect, Danny Glover is doing a lot of different things. Mm-hmm. He has done a lot in the past, 5 to 10 years at this point. Mm-hmm. And if they want to make him as Miles Morales, like we saw from Captain America 3, they could make him look young. But at that point, he's I don't know. He needed that. They're gonna have to try harder. His baby face is gonna be in there, a young teenager. They're gonna try hard for that. Let's see somebody else take the role. I would like to see someone else be Miles Morales. And talking about Miles Morales, I don't think I want to see Miles Morales yet in any Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love they mention him. They mention him at the end of Homecoming or the ending of the second movie, because we want Peter Parker story go right.
Yeah.
The best way you can. So we could introduce, hopefully, Sony, MCU. Please give me Venom. Venom, the movie. And before Venom, the movie.
They really did.
No.
I don't know what you're talking about. It happened back,
No.
2007. Yeah. That 70s show, that guy.
No, that was a nightmare. That was a horrible movie. I cannot even. That movie, I erased it, right? I don't have no backtrack memory of that movie. So that movie did not exist. There was only Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man, and that's all. I don't care about Amazing Spider-Man 2. That didn't count too. I erased that. And the freaking he's scared of bells. What?
He's scared of bells in the movies. That's how he defeats them. He starts just ringing bells.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't remember Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, but going back up just a little bit for the Miles Morales thing, my idea of what would they should do is they should just focus on Peter, make it through high school, and just keep him going as long as he can. And then once you think okay, he's either an adult now, introduce Miles Morales as a teenager, because it wouldn't make sense having two teenage Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Kind of what they're doing now, basically.
Yeah, and from the I mean, Danny Glover is not the only one who's in there. Donald Glover. I mean, you gotta have these other actors are in there, are rumored to be other villains too. There could be minor role.
You say Danny. It's Donald. Danny.
Yeah.
Danny is a lethal weapon.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm too old for this shit.
Okay. But you know what I mean.
But I would love to see Danny Glover as Spider-Man. It's like, I'm too old for this shit. You start swinging webs and shit.
You never know. Technology, guys. But yeah, I would like to see from Homecoming. You know, they're talking about these different other actors could be villains.
Mm-hmm.
Could be minor villains. Could be major villains. There could be minor villains in the first movie that will be major villains in the second movie or the third movie.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the whole set of casting you heard for the last couple of weeks. They've been bringing everybody in, but they're not giving us a specific detail. Okay, you're going to be Shocker or you're going to be Mysterio. They have no idea, no clue who they're going to be. I mean, if you heard something, you'll let me know, right?
Yeah, of course. But the thing that I'm like, the approach they're taking is like don't tell anybody. Just like keep it quiet, as long as you can till like the movie releases, and then just like tease, hey, like have like I don't know, like let's say like a poster board or something, and let's say like the name of the villain, like their human name, and then like later on, it makes a presence later on. Because I feel like that would be really cool.
I hope when Spider-Man Homecoming leads into Spider-Man 2 for Sinister Six.
Yeah.
Because if you're adding all these different villains in the first movie, I think Sony and MCU have a great idea how to present their characters. I mean, MCU has done a great job so far with Avengers. I mean, great presentation of Spider-Man in Captain America 3. So you know they're going to do a great job on their villains.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have a greatest record with their villains, but when you watch Netflix, Daredevil...
Oh, yeah, like Kingpin.
That's another thing I want to know. Are we going to see Kingpin in the Spider-Man movie?
Actually, that's very interesting. I think I actually read reports of they saw like Vincent D'Onofrio like on set or something like that.
Oh, really?
That he can be part of it. But just like, hey, just have like one small scene. Just like you don't even have to like mention. Just like have him like driving by, and like Peter knows who he is. Based on like the events that happened in Daredevil.
Yeah, I mean,
like he won't be like a major factor in the movie or anything.
Oh, you never know. Maybe he'll be at the end of Spider-Man Homecoming. Like I said, there's so many different villains.
Punk is ruining my city.
Exactly. Oh, he's like, I'm entering a new city to rebuild it and become the actual Kingpin.
Mm-hmm.
And we have already the Vulture involved in this movie. We have, I think they have Norman Osborn casted in.
Probably, like, it's just like, for me, I don't like to pay too much attention to like all these like casting rumors or reports, because like as much as I like to know what's going on, I kind of just want to be surprised. I want to be excited for a Spider-Man movie, because Spider-Man was my favorite superhero growing up, and to see a movie with like the right people makes me excited that actually, hey, like they're not gonna fuck it up this time. Ooh, oh damn, that was a really nice one.
Yeah, it's the Flash.
Oh, very.
I hope that, like I said, it could lead into a Sinister Six movie. I mean, I would love that they go into like 6 Spider-Man movies, but I heard they want to go into 2 or 3. I think the first 2, he's still in high school, and the third one he might just graduate out of high school.
Yeah. Well, it also depends on like how like Tom Holland, how he'll grow up. Because he's 18 now, so he looks very young for 18-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
So you see how long he can look young enough. Because these freaking guys, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, they were like in their late 20s by the time they were cast.
Yeah, that's true.
They were in high school, and it's like, yeah, that doesn't look right. So I'm hoping like do a trilogy in high school and then move on. Because as much as I like the idea of Sinister Six, I think it's a little bit too early for that.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to make the same mistakes that Spider-Man 3 and Amazing Spider-Man 2 did, which was have all these villains at one time, which is not the problem with the movie. It's just like it can get overcomplicated with all these multiple subplots in one movie.
True.
So it's like we want to focus on Peter, we want to focus on who he is as a character. Is there Gwen Stacy in the movie? Does he know Mary Jane? Or how does he feel about letting his Uncle Ben die? You know, because even though it's not mentioned, you know, that's part of his story. And like no matter how many people he saves, he still feels guilty that he couldn't save his uncle.
The only reason why I mentioned Sinister Six because Sony already talked about bringing in a Venom movie. I don't know if MCU is gonna input Venom anytime soon. Even though I think that's early too, because honestly, if you're gonna put in Venom in a Spider-Man movie, you need to do the Sinister Six. I feel like at some point he have to have the black suit, the symbiotic suit, to take down at least half of the Sinister Six. I don't think. I mean, yeah, Spider-Man is strong, but he ain't that strong.
No, because I've seen in Civil War, like he has some skills. He's athletic and he still he knows how to build that like web slinger, like
web shooters.
Yeah, web shooters. I'm sorry, but he's still young. He's still a kid, so he still makes rookie mistakes. He loves to talk to like his villain, to like his enemies. So we get to see how he learns to become a hero.
Right, and I hope that they add some other characters, not just these villains. Like maybe we'll get a Black Cat. Think about that.
I mean, as much as I love Black Cat, which I really do, that would be weird. Because like, she's like a grown-ass woman, and like he's in high school.
Well, I'm not saying now. Like in the second or third movie, like I said, like
when he graduates high school.
Yeah, she'll be. I mean, look, they're gonna have to introduce Felicia Hardy, Gwen Stacy, Mary Jane at some point. And I think, Spider-Man 3 would be great timing to have her in the movie.
Yeah, definitely. And like, are they gonna do the same as Amazing Spider-Man 2? Are they gonna repeat the whole Gwen Stacy thing? See, it's like
we're talking about Gwen Stacy. She was in the Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Yeah, she had like a small part in that movie.
That was really her? I mean, I don't remember them saying Gwen Stacy.
Yeah.
I didn't hear.
No. You did, yeah.
I mean, she looked like Gwen Stacy. And then, not Gwen Stacy, Felicia Hardy, sorry.
Actually, to be honest, the best part of that movie was the relationship. Like him, Peter, and
Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, that was the best part of the movie. But like the thing that I love more was like they do like make movies based out of like story arcs in their comics, Civil War, Winter Soldier, Age of Ultron, and all that stuff. But like they're not really based on the comic books. They take like liberties, but they work. So I don't mind if they do take liberties and make the Spider-Man mythos a little bit different and make it better for a wider audience.
I probably missed that.
Oh, damn.
Oh, wow.
I was surprised it.
Huh. Okay.
Damn. Asshole.
It's Green Arrow. Respect, man.
Or Batman.
Yeah. This is the Batman version of Green Arrow because, Stephen Mill got so dark in this TV show. First 3 seasons. But yeah, back to Spider-Man. I'm excited for the PS4 game. I'm excited for Homecoming. They started filming it last week. People's getting excited to see him in the suit. They see him in the backpack. Hey, it's typical high school kid who need to save the day.
Yeah, it's like, set pictures of Tom Holland in the Spider-Man suit with a backpack, big fucking whoop. Like I don't get why people get so excited for that. Like it's just like, he's in the suit, and we already seen him in the suit. And then Civil War, so there really isn't much to talk about for those set pictures.
Exactly. I hope we do get a Gwen Stacy, a Mary Jane, a Felicia Hardy, because we want to explore every part of Peter Parker. I would like to see his relationship from Gwen Stacy transition to either to Mary Jane or to Felicia Hardy, and then to Mary Jane. Because I mean, come on, guys, we already know what
make the like small ball approach. You know,
Yes.
have them really meet in high school.
Yeah, that would be a great way to do it.
Yeah. Because I like the approach that their small ball is like, oh, like they already know each other from high school.
Yeah. I hope we'll see Harry.
James Franco.
No.
Say, hey.
No, James Franco.
Hey. No,
He probably. You know what? They could have him make a cameo, but not as Harry. You know, like James Franco is a freaking awesome actor. Like I would like them to explore, like bringing him back. Like bring him back as another type of villain. He was a great villain. I mean, yeah, he was Hobgoblin Jr., but his acting skills is up there.
Oh yeah, I love James Franco. He's actually a really good actor. I mean, he wasn't bad in the Spider-Man movies.
No.
But yeah, I would like to see what approach they do for Harry. Because, he's famously Peter Parker's best friend, but he's also the son of one of his worst villains, or in fact, his most iconic villain.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very interesting dynamic you can build up right off the bat. Like if they're going to bring up Flash Thompson into the mix.
Yeah, see, like, let's have so much characters in the Spider-Man universe that makes the Spider-Man story so well. Because, I mean, young teenager has super powers. He meets the Avengers, he battles so many different villains. His villains are not just like a bunch of bank robbers who want to take over the world. They have, a whole story to what they're doing.
Oh, and also, like, he was in New York, probably when, like, the whole, like, Battle of New York happened in the Avengers.
Exactly. I mean, they did mention some of that in Captain America 3, I remember. Because he's like, I want to help the little guy. From what I remember, he said that in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
What else you want to mention?
I'm really looking forward to it. If they mention Shocker, I will be happy. Because, like, no one cares about Shocker besides me.
Really?
No, like no one talks about Shocker.
I care about Shocker. Like, I want to see him too. Like, I would like to see Shocker. Would I like to see Electro again? Yeah, I would like to see Electro again. But let's bring in villains that have never been in the movie yet.
Yeah.
And yes, I'd like to see Shocker could be like the first minor villain that's casted. Because we know, like, the Vulture is the main villain. If you ever read those leaks out a couple months ago, supposedly Norman is in it, so that's pretty cool.
And if they do cast J. Jonah Jameson, please, Marvel, like, if you're listening to me, hey, I'm Pedro on the internet. Cast Paul Giamatti as J. Jonah Jameson.
Really?
I think he can do an amazing job. I know he played Rhino. Well, he tried to play Rhino.
You're right. He would make a great James.
Like, he has, like, kind of like that asshole attitude.
Yeah.
Like, you've seen Straight Outta Compton. Like,
Yes.
basically that character, just make him J. Jonah Jameson.
John Jameson.
There's already, like, what's his name? The guy that played originally, J. Jonah Jameson.
Mm-hmm.
He's been cast as Jim Gordon in Justice League.
Yeah, he's pumping it up.
I know. He's like in his 60s and has white beard and like he's freaking like ripped and like, oh shit.
I was like, yo, it's fucking Santa Claus with Rip. Showing the guns. Like, he's ready to.
He's fucking.
Like, he's ready to take down
Gotham.
Yeah, he's ready. Like, I don't know if he's ready to take down Batman or what, but I mean, he looks like he have a personal vendetta. He's working out that hard, man. Like, damn, Jim Gordon, who made you mad? Piss you off? Get the hell out of here, man.
He's he wants to make justice. Where's guns? Batman hasn't been around for 10 years. I'm just gonna be Batman.
Oh man, please don't give us
Spider-Verse?
No,
I think it's too early to I think it's too early. Spider-Verse is like way too fucking early, and then like.
You know what? We'll have another discussion on that next time. At this point, we're done talking about Spider-Man. What is there next to think about? What happened recently in the Marvel Universe comic books? Captain America. What was the latest on that?
So, well, like over like a month ago, we talked about the first issue of Captain America and how he turned out to be working for Hydra all along, and that caused an amazing uproar on the internet, and people were just going ballistic. Of course, we talked about it and we didn't like it. We thought it was kind of like a cash grab, and yeah, we were right. It was a cash grab. So issue 2 came out last week, and the writer he basically does a flashback explaining the events that lead to Captain America Steve Rogers being part of Hydra. Which what happened was a character named Kobik, something whatever, in the events that lead to Steve Rogers being young again and regaining his powers. She changed his timeline in history and decided, hey, I'm just gonna go back in time and make Steve Rogers be part of Hydra as an early kid because I'm a big fan of the Red Skull.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, interesting approach. But what's obviously gonna happen is that by the end of the series they're gonna rebirth it and nothing's gonna happen. So it's just, I was just really disappointed because like you could have made like interesting decisions with that, because even though I didn't like the decision to make him part of Hydra, hey, if you're gonna make him a Nazi or an agent of Hydra, stick to your guns, like go fucking crazy with it. Like, and I just realized like, oh, you know what, he didn't really wasn't part of Hydra, he just changed the timeline and made him part of it.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on this? Since you haven't read it yet, but like just a basic premise, what do you think of the
Captain America being part of Hydra? It's actually a pretty cool idea.
Yeah.
Because it's a big twist. I mean, you got people talking about it.
Oh yeah, like it's great for the industry because like, hey, it has people focusing their attention on the comics and people actually going out and buying. And even though I didn't like the decision, you could have had some amazing story potentials with it. Like, oh, maybe he faked this for us all this time, and be an agent of Hydra. But no, it's just like I just feel like it was a cash grab. Like you could have just gone with it. Just, hey, like if you're gonna make it a Nazi or part of Red Skull's like group, do with it. Like do it. Like don't be a pussy and like cower out. And that's what I feel what happened. So I'm not too happy about that.
I think it's gonna happen like that because we got Civil War 2 going on in Marvel comic books, and that's a big.
Yeah, I'm not liking it so far, man.
Yeah, I'm not actually not reviewing anything because I feel like the readers out there, if you're a diehard comic book fan, I think this is something you want to read. Like, it's introducing a brand new Inhuman character who could like see the future.
Yeah, Ulysses.
And you're thinking of past movies from the late '90s, Minority Report.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And Captain Marvel and Iron Man have different opinions about him.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, he's the reason why we have Civil War.
Yeah. And that's a really great premise for Civil War, and I like the idea of it. It's just like I feel things escalated too quick for like there to be build up in between and like tension between the Avengers and all the Marvel characters.
Mm-hmm.
And now like they announced that they're gonna have Marvel now relaunch in September, and they're gonna have like 2 groups of like Marvel universes, something like that.
Again?
Something like not it's like a different universe. It's just like 2 sides. It's like these guys believe are part of the Tony side, this part kind of Marvel side. Like even like Captain Marvel, not Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, and Nova. They were like, hey, you know what? We're gonna put the Avengers because screw this like fighting stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I need to catch up on that stuff too. I haven't really kept up there with the comics for the past 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, and like to be completely honest, I'm not a big Marvel guy. I'm more of a DC person. I like how they do their stories surprisingly. What Marvel is like, I feel is for me is really hard to get into because like there's so much stuff going on with like Secret Wars and like different characters and like the thing I hate about big events is like the too many spin-off comics. Like every other freaking comic has a Civil War issue, and then like I'm like, okay, let me read that issue, but like, hey, I don't know what hell's going on in this character's story, but I gotta go back and read what's going on to that story to what led to that point.
I don't have a problem with it. I'm okay with it. You know, I read all comics: Valiant, Image, Marvel, DC. Damn, am I missing any of those?
Well, Image, you got your IDW,
IDW, yep.
Your Valiant, your Titan comics. Like they're like
there's a lot of them.
Yeah, like I love to read comics of all.
And then you just added the Japanese animators, mangas.
Oh, mangas, yeah. That's like a whole different world.
Exactly.
I know you love your hentai, so.
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. You're funny.
So why is like magazine no stay?
Wow. Funny. But yeah, I would say, there's so many different comic books out there. Just don't read DC or Marvel. Give other companies a chance.
Oh, definitely. Like, as much as I love,
you love Spawn from the days that came out, and they're different. They're on Image. And
Saga's definitely good.
Yeah, Saga's good. I mean, hey, Walking Dead, look at it. It's huge out there, and that's not a Marvel or DC comic book.
Well, I think the opposite. I think you should start with something you're comfortable. Let's say you like certain superhero, read their run, and then like, and you actually start digging it, and like, go browse and jump around. So that's why I did. I started with Batman and read like a bunch of Batman comics. I was like, let me go ahead and start reading some Image comics, vintage, some variants, some Titans, just a bunch, and like start getting a taste for what people do for comics. And let's say in the subscription boxes that you can get that do like different comics. I'm not gonna mention them because we don't get sponsored by them.
Exactly.
But if you do, goes up.
Indeed. I'm gonna end it off right here. This is the Drop of the Week, episode 5. I hope everybody enjoyed our show. Enjoy the video game. We talked a lot about Marvel and we're playing DC, but hey,
hey, we love Marvel, we love DC. Like there's no reason why we should fight over who's better. They're both
exactly.
They're both awesome companies, and we benefit from them being awesome at the same time.
Exactly, and they're giving us some great movies now.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody, have a good day.
Peace.